Okay.
Hello, Alia here. My good friend Dave Mack asked me to host tonight's episode of Zero Carb Live, and our guest for tonight is Belle-Shine McNulty. Hi, Belly. How are you doing?
I'm doing really well. I'm a little bit nervous about this, to be honest, because I this is my first time meeting you, Alia, and I don't want you to be aggressive.
I'll do my best.
So yeah, thank you. But I would like to say, if anyone out there's watching, if you want to show us some love, if you agree with my position and the things I'm putting forward, please smash the like button. And if you think that Ali is being aggressive and you dislike the kind of questioning that's coming through, smash the like button 3 times.
Great. Thank you so much. Okay, so first thing I just wanted to know a little bit about you. So, are you from the part of Australia with the Tasmanian devils or New Zealand from where the hobbits are from?
I'm sort of in between. I like to think of myself as somewhere in between that, and so I am a bit of a Tasmanian devil, or that's what I've been told by some people. I won't go any further, but yes, but I also think of myself as a little bit New Zealandish.
Oh, okay, great. My next question. So I understand you're vegan. Is that correct?
Yes, 100%.
Okay. And how long have you been vegan for?
Um, It differs on the video that I make because they tend to be quite self-contained, but it's about it's about 3 years, I think.
Oh, okay. Nice. And what brought you to veganism?
I just look at those cows. Those cows look so sad and so cute, and we're gonna go and eat those cows. That's just not on. But actually, um, the thing that really did it for me was I was at a conference once. A friend invited me to a vegan conference, and I was a bit nervous about going. And when I got there, Michael Greger was on stage, and I was watching Michael Greger, and I thought, I hope I never have to go out with a man like that ever. And but then when that big hunk of spunk, Garth Davis, got on stage to talk and talked about veganism, and I was all in from that point on.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, he is hot.
That's always a reason to
He
start
he
a way of
he
eating.
he moves me. He moves me. Not like a cow moves me, but he moves me.
So it wasn't the cows.
No, 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 not at all. Yes, not the cows. I don't touch a cow. The closest my lips ever get to a cow is kissing, but no further.
That might be a little worse than eating. Hmm. Here's
Do
my
you
next
do you
question.
think? Well, there's a bit of saliva. It's a bit salivary.
Yeah, I could imagine.
Mm.
So I understand that you love Pop Tarts.
Pop tarts are amazing. They're so good. Like well, when I can get them, the kids are always into them. They're
Oh
like
no.
they're little monsters in the kitchen when there's Pop Tarts available, I tell you. I mean, they're good kids, but they never shut up. They're
Oh
always,
no.
I'm hungry, I'm hungry. And I say, what about me? Why don't you think about someone else for a change? What about me? I'm hungry too. So, occasionally I'll give them a Pop Tart, but most of the time I save them all for myself. I like the strawberry ones, to
Oh,
be to
okay.
be frank.
Yeah, and what's the best way to prepare a Pop Tart for the most nutrition?
Oh, just straight out of the box. Because if you cook that, then you're gonna fry some of the nutrition, of which there is a lot, of which there is so much nutrition.
What precisely is in a Pop Tart that's so nutritious?
Well, I'm not sure, but that nutrition label is huge, so there's obviously nutrition in there.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
It's a mile long. There's so many things I can't pronounce.
Oh, it must be nutritious then. Um, ha-
Yes.
have so. we talked about your kids for a second. So if they don't eat Pop Tart, or you don't want them to eat the Pop Tarts, what do they eat?
Figs.
Figs?
Figs. Fake eggs.
Figs. Oh, not even figs. I was thinking. I
Fake
thought it was
eggs.
like
They're
that fruit.
figs. They're
Oh, and
figs. But
how?
I've got to be careful.
Yeah.
I don't want them to eat too many figs because then they're going to increase their cholesterol.
What's cholesterol?
Fake cholesterol.
So how many figs do they get a day?
At the most 2 figs. And they get their protein from tofu. And they'll have the occasional carrot. That kind of thing.
Oh, that's it? Nothing else? No wonder they're hungry.
Water and cola.
Oh, and
That's
how much
vegan,
cola
you
do they
know.
get?
As much as they need to stay out of my hair.
Oh, wow. That doesn't keep them in your hair?
No. They're quite happy in front of the TV with their Coke.
Oh, okay. How old are your kids? What are their names?
Varies on the video.
Belly, are you okay?
Yes. I'll
Okay.
just compose myself.
Okay.
7 and 5.
No way.
Yeah.
My son is almost 7 and my daughter is 5. What are their names?
1 and 2.
That's really original.
Yeah, it was my ex that came up with those names.
Seems very caring. You won't ever
Yeah,
forget who came first.
he's not caring at all. He's a nightmare.
Oh,
So
I'm so sorry.
I had to kick him out.
Yeah.
I had to kick him out. He went to the doctors, and the doctors said, "You've got you've got anemia. You need to do something about this. Start eating more red meat." What does he do? Starts eating red meat. So
Oh
out on the
no.
street he went.
I get it. I'm so
Mm,
sorry. It must
yes,
be so hard
disgusting.
in your house. Must have been so hard.
Yes.
How long did it take to kick out that carcass eater?
Oh, it was really quick because
Oh.
he was still anemic and he was still weak and anemic at the time, so it was easy to get him out the house.
Oh, okay, I understand.
Yeah.
All right. So here's my next question. And let me know if you don't understand it. What is your favorite zombie vegetable?
Zombie vegetable. Do you mean like what do you mean by zombie vegetable? One that's really old?
When you cut them out of the ground, you know how, like us animal eaters, we kill an animal and then we eat it. It's just dead. But vegetables, you kill it and it's still alive, like a
Really?
zombie.
Is that a thing?
I think it's still alive, but isn't it dead once you kill it and take it out of the ground? But apparently it's still alive.
That sounds disgusting. I mean, I'm not going to eat anything that's still alive after I've taken it out of the ground. Nothing, nothing at all. And if I have to resort to eating just Pop-Tarts, then that's what I'm going to do.
Oh, okay. All right. And I'm curious, what is your not cholesterol? What's your cholesterol these days?
It's about 3.
What do the doctors say about that?
Um, he just said, keep up the good work.
Oh,
Are you
wow.
eating a balanced diet? Are you moving more? And I said, yes. And he was happy with that.
Oh, okay. Well, sounds like you should get a new doctor.
Well,
What? Okay.
I'm going to have to change doctors soon because he's operating from a tent in a field at the moment. He's been evicted from his building. So,
Okay, I understand. So I've only got a couple more questions here, but do you have any questions for me?
sure. How do you feel about all the murder and torture you're doing with animals?
I think that God or whatever you believe put us here for a reason, and the cows were put here to feed us. So I think that really the animals we eat are fulfilling their purpose in life.
But what about the carrots? Weren't the carrots put here to feed us?
I think the carrots were put here to feed the rabbits, and the rabbits were put here to feed something else, but not me.
Okay, so how do you explain the Pop-Tarts?
What about the Pop Tarts?
How do you explain that? Why did they get here?
Because Big Food wanted to make money fast. That's how they got here.
Oh yeah, that's just the conspiracy theories that you guys come up with to try and get us plant-based people to stop eating plants.
Oh, no. I think you can eat as many plants as you want. I'm just not sure about the murdering of Pop Tarts.
Well, the Pop-Tarts they're not zombie Pop-Tarts, are they? Are you trying to tell me they're zombie Pop-Tarts? Because
No, I
I'm
think
gonna have
they're
to go
really
back
dead.
and read this nutrition label.
I think they're
They're
really
dead,
dead.
right?
Yeah, but
But if they're
I think
dead,
carrots are alive dead.
but what?
Alive
But
dead. They pulled them out of the ground. They're dead, but they're still alive.
but
They're like the Walking
Pop-Tarts
Dead without feet.
Pop-Tarts were never sentient, right?
I'm not sure. No, they weren't. They weren't. But the strawberry flavor was once a strawberry, so that's kind of like a zombie fruit
Mm.
flavoring.
I see. I see.
Yeah.
Yes. So the other thing I wanted to ask you, Alia, is
Yeah.
does your husband have a brother?
He does actually.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh,
And you could
is
probably
it does
veganize him too.
oh, nice. Maybe I could interest him in some Pop-Tarts?
Yeah.
Yeah. Uh,
Absolutely.
awesome. Does he like
Yeah.
kids?
No.
Oh,
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
because like that's a pre-made thing.
Yeah.
Oh,
He
well,
likes
maybe
them
he's got
from
a friend.
afar.
Oh, oh, I
You can always
see.
email him a Pop Tart.
Sorry, what was that?
You could always email him a Pop Tart
Oh,
for him.
yes, yes. See, that's a great thing. It probably goes through email too because it wasn't alive at one point.
Yeah, exactly. Like, oh, so you never actually answered my question. So, what
Oh,
is your favorite zombie vegetable?
um, I'm gonna say I'm gonna say green peppers
Oh, wow.
because they
And
kind of look like a zombie when you cut them open and the seeds come out.
that's true. That's true. Maybe it looks like a little brain, the
Yeah.
seed pod. And how do you prepare that? Do you cook things in butter?
No, I don't use butter. I cook everything in water. I boil everything up. It's great. Boil everything up, and generally I mix it all with tofu and make a nice tofu soup. Kids love it. It's delicious, especially when I crumble Pop Tarts over the top.
Are you sure they don't just eat the Pop Tarty part?
Oh, that's a good point. Uh, I need to start measuring their leftovers.
If they have leftovers?
Yeah, generally everything over the Pop Tarts.
No, so I started doing, if you don't mind me saying, this carnivore diet in March, and my kids are eating a lot more meat these days. And my son, he literally just shot up. I think in like 3 years, he's going to be taller than me. But I was like, what
He's shot up.
overnight?
He's already doing drugs.
In height, he shot up in height.
Uh,
Yeah,
oh.
yeah. So, did you notice your kids increase in height or any differences with them after starting to eat Pop Tarts?
No, they've remained perfectly the same height for the last 3 or 4 years.
Oh no. That's not very
Yes.
healthy, right? They're supposed to like
But
incrementally
they're
increase.
growing outwards rather than upwards.
That would help if they lived like in Russia or Siberia.
Yes. I've told them they should go and live there, but they haven't listened to me yet.
Oh my god. Oops. Okay, so I have two pressing questions here. So here's my first one, since it's just us girls here. So my menstrual cycle has really improved in the last months eating high fat animal foods, and I'm curious how yours has been going in the last 3 years with the Pop
It's
Tart
been
diet.
it's been fantastic. It's been absolutely fantastic. Since I've been on a vegan diet, once every 6 months like clockwork. It's awesome. I don't have to
Wow.
worry about all the time. I'm saving money. I'm not angry at different times. I'm not emotional. I just every 6 months like clockwork, and it's like, quick, fast, over and done with.
Oh wow. Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
That's not really healthy, right? Unless you're like 50. Are you 50?
No, I'm 25.
Oh, okay. So you
How
definitely.
dare you?
I'm so sorry. It was the gray blue hair that threw me off. By the way, your hair beautifully matches your eyes.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, you're welcome. But I think you need to go see your gynecologist.
Okay.
Yeah, you
Well,
should let her know about.
he's an attendant in the field as well. I'm thinking
Oh,
I
yeah. I
need
think
to
you need to
change
change.
gynecologists
Check
too.
that insurance. Check that insurance. See what your other options are. Okay. Next question. Can you tell me about your bowel movements?
Oh, regular as clockwork.
Oh,
Regular as
okay.
clockwork. Once an hour.
Wow, wow. And does your butt hurt?
No, no.
It's not getting
I've
raw.
got quite used to passing the fire hose size. It's been fine. Um, yeah.
Oh,
Length and
wow.
width about fire hose, but it's all good.
But it's not like getting raw from the amount of wiping.
No, I use a B-day thingy me jig, and
A bidet,
yes, yes. Before that,
not a birthday. A
uh,
bidet.
so that's one of the last presents that the ex bought me before I kicked him out.
Oh, that's so sweet.
But before that, I just used to. Before that, I just used to stand on my hands under the shower, and then, stand on my head under the shower, and
I'm glad you got a bidet.
yeah.
Okay, okay, okay. Let's see what else I got here for you. Just a few more of these questions. Is there any under what circumstance would you want to eat animal products again?
Under no circumstance. Under
Oh,
no circumstance at all. Like, if it had a face, it's not going in my face.
oh wow. Okay, okay. But let's think realistically here. So like there was a problem here where I live a couple years ago, and all of the food line, you get what I'm saying? No food was coming in. All we had was well, we had a little bit more, but we had basically no vegetables. Things were going down on the shelves. At one point, there were no eggs. There was just canned food. And let's say in this circumstance, there was nothing but canned tuna fish. How would you survive?
Um, I might wash out and try and eat the cans. Um, I don't know. I think I don't know. Maybe I'd go through, try and eat some, I don't know, newspaper or something first.
Wow.
Yeah, there's always plastic, that kind of stuff. Uh,
Plastic.
yeah, it's all it's all better than eating other lives.
Ooh, plastic might, outlive you in your gut, actually. That stuff
Well,
doesn't
see,
like
that's the
degrade.
perfect thing about it. That's the perfect thing about it. Fills you up permanently.
But you realize it lasts like 500 years, right?
Yes, well, we're constantly evolving. And I don't mind if I have to be at the forefront of testing for this stuff. Anything that can save the cows.
I'm at a loss for words.
Yes. See, you carnivore types have got no comebacks to my well. You carnivore types have got no comebacks to my well thought out argumentation.
You're correct. You're correct. So I think I ran out of questions. I thought you might talk a little bit longer than you did, but that's okay. That's okay. Let's see. We asked about your poop, your menstrual cycle.
We could always take questions from the audience. If they wanted to add some questions in, they can stick a big Q in front of
And
their
we
question.
and you'll get them from both perspectives. Both
Yes,
perspectives, mine and
the plastic
Belly's.
perspective and the torture perspective.
I was thinking, now that I'm telling you about this, I brought it up today to my husband, and I was thinking of buying some land and just getting some cows, and letting them live their full life on that land. And then when they were ready to go, just, eat it at the end of their life. They could have a full, happy life eating the grass. What do you think about
And
that?
then one day when they're in their old age with their walking frame, you're just going to go out there and you're going to say, "Okay, Daisy, time to go," and just like,
No, I was going to take an axe.
oh, an axe. Oh my
but
goodness.
but he had a better idea, actually, because we don't have to actually buy the land. People will literally rent us the land to put cows on.
Sorry, I don't know what I'm laughing at a question. Sorry, I'm laughing at a question that just came through.
Oh, I can't. How come I can't see them?
Have you got the wrong tab? You might have the private comments tab open. Sorry, I'm just changing character
Oh,
there, guys.
I did. Sorry, I was like, nobody's chat. No one's listening. Okay, let's look. So there you go. Let's answer these questions here. Pop
Okay,
Tart juice.
so Rick asks, when you poop, does it sound like a duck? How did you know? I mean, there's a lot of straining in advance, but when it eventually hits the toilet bowl, it's a little bit like this. Yes, so it is a little bit like a duck.
Rick, my poop doesn't make any noise anymore.
Doesn't make any noise. Oh,
when I had IBS, it made a lot of noise before carnivore.
And you'll also find if you're having enough nutrition, if you're getting enough nutrition in, it's going to make a lot of noise, especially gurgly stuff.
So I have another question, actually. Oh yeah,
Sure.
let's see what Nicole says, and then I'll ask my question.
Okay. So Nicole asks, have you tried juicing a Pop-Tart? It's funny you should say that. I was just doing that yesterday. So let me tell you what happened. I slept in. Well, I didn't sleep in that much. I mean, I got up first thing in the afternoon. But when I woke up, the kids had already been up and they'd raided the Pop-Tarts in the kitchen. And like, they have got no manners and they don't clean up after themselves. And there was a Pop-Tart left, but it was lying in some dirty water. So,
did you drink it?
So I had to juice that Pop-Tart before I consumed it. I had to juice that Pop-Tart before I consumed it. And it was surprisingly tasty. And so I drank the water afterwards. It was a bit strange, but I'm sure it was nutritious.
Absolutely. So when you do go poop, do you see like your food in your poop?
Well, typically I don't look at it. I'm sick of the sight of it, to be honest.
Oh, okay.
I'm in the bathroom so regularly as is normal, once an hour. But yes, I'm sick of looking at it. But I have had a glance occasionally, and I can tell you, I have seen some corn, florets of broccoli, that kind of thing.
Yeah, I totally understand. Yeah, that used to happen to me all the time. Also,
Yes.
when I ate corn and broccoli.
There was one time, it kind of looked a little bit like a scene on the beach, like the yellow corn.
And blue hair for water?
Yes, well, I am a bit like a cat. I tend to swallow it a little bit, so,
Oh, yeah, I understand. You should really just, go get some of these. All right, we have more questions
Yes.
here.
That's a it's a bit bushy, though. That's the problem.
It is.
So, yes, and guys, if you have any questions about this, yes, the carpet matches the curtains, okay?
But I don't understand the beard, though. I think this is a
I
problem of
I I ha You
PCOS.
noticed.
This is a problem
You
of
noticed.
PCOS.
I didn't think anyone had noticed.
No, I
I
didn't
do
want to
have a
bring it up
slight
till just
facial hair
now.
problem. I do have a slight facial hair problem, but I didn't think it was that noticeable.
No, but you mentioning the carpet, so then I was just wondering about the red and white facial hair. But you know, this is like when you have like I believe high testosterone.
Yes, well,
Then you should
I've
have.
heard
Maybe Nicole
Pop-Tarts
can
are
jump
good
in
for
and tell
your
us about that.
yeah, I've heard Pop-Tarts are good for your hormones, and, maybe that's what's keeping my, menstrual cycle at bay, I'm not sure. Yes. So
Likely.
maybe,
I'm not a doctor, but likely.
yeah, maybe, to be as regular as I am every 6 months, I might just have to put up with a little bit of facial hair. So,
Maybe.
yes. So,
Okay.
Angie is asking, Belle-Shine, did you eat vegan when you were growing up? No, my parents were a nightmare. They wouldn't give me any Pop-Tarts ever, and they made me eat meat. And at the time, I didn't really notice how bad it was, and I just went along with it. But now, I think that my parents were awful to me. Excuse me, I just Pop Tart just repeated on me. And so, yes, I think my parents were terrible for what they did to me with, giving me the lambs and the cows and all that kind of thing. Yes.
Yeah.
So,
Tough life,
what?
tough life.
Yes, it's a nightmare. And, unfortunately, my hair is not quite as lustrous as it once was, but we're getting there. We're getting
Yeah,
there.
exactly.
So, Susie Underwood, she says, when is Belle going to get serious and go raw juice only? Well, the thing is, I love my raw juice, but and my hair's in my face. What a nightmare. Um, so I love raw juice, but the thing is that when it's raw juice only, there's no crunchiness. There's just no crunchiness at all, unless you stick a carrot in it, and that's kind of not so exciting. So I like the crunchiness and the chewiness as well of a Pop Tart or two or 10. Yes.
There you go. We
Um,
have a very important question from Sonia Walker Reactions.
I see. Where is she? This one?
No, there was another one, but we can add. What's
Uh,
what's raw till 4?
Raw till 4? I'm raw 24, baby. Uh, where's ha? Here it is. I mean no offense, but Belle-Shine, I also have to ask, are you transitioning? No, I'm just doing Pop Tarts.
That's what I
I
was thinking. There's no
Yeah,
transition to meat.
yeah, I'm not transitioning anywhere. I'm just
She's
Pop Tarts
only
all the way,
she's even gonna eat plastic in the apocalypse.
right? Plus, think of it though. Think of it logically. You eat it, it doesn't come out, you stay full. What else do you need? Don't have to worry about calories. There's no calories to burn because it doesn't burn. If it did burn, well, maybe that's the problem. But
Totally. Um,
yes. Okay. So Susie's saying, what is Belle's favorite vegan detox? You know what I always say? A Pop Tart a day keeps the doctor away.
because your doctors are out of work.
Yes. And I don't like going to that tent either.
Yeah,
So,
I understand.
yeah. Ooh. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, I
Go
don't have
ahead,
anything.
Alia.
I don't have anything. No, no, no.
Oh,
I was
okay.
just looking for the next question.
Okay. Rick is asking, are you using Milton the toaster to heat up your Pop-Tarts, or is the microwave your preferred method? Yes, a microwave. I don't
But
do
not too
anything.
much. You'll kill the nutrition.
Oh, well, that's just a myth. That's just a myth by all you tinfoil hatters out there.
No,
The microwave's going to hurt you. Don't use your cell phone near your head. Don't use the microwave in the kitchen when you're standing next to it. It's going to get rid of the nutrition and hurt your brain. Don't put your hand in the microwave.
but yeah, definitely. Maybe you should. But here's the point. At the beginning of this interview, you said you eat raw Pop Tarts so you don't kill the nutrition.
Sometimes I'm a vegan. I'm a vegan. Please don't hold me to anything I say for more than 5 minutes. Okay? And what I say is pretty much self-contained within whatever time duration I decide it's contained within, and then the
Oh,
information
okay.
can change. Okay? So just don't get into an argument with me because I will always win.
For that minute.
Yes, for that minute, and then everything changes. Okay, so Sophia says, how much fruit does Belle eat a day, and which fruit is her favorite? Strawberry jam inside the Pop-Tarts. I love it. It's great.
Oh, here's another question. So I've lost like 25 pounds now in the last couple months. Have you lost and or gained any weight in the last couple years?
No, I've. Do I have to answer that question?
Yes.
Um, I've gained a little bit.
What's a
Yes,
little bit?
100 pounds.
Oh, wow. I'm
Yes,
sorry.
yeah. It's okay. It's okay. It's all around my middle, so you can't see it when I'm on camera. So I can still do my Instagramming, still do my YouTubes.
Yeah, I mean, I
It's
get that. All
fine.
my fat's in my butt also. So,
Yeah. So it just makes standing up after I've done my Instagram and YouTube's a little bit difficult. But
oh,
the kids can help me with that.
maybe you can get a wheelchair.
I don't need a wheelchair, thank you. I can't sit up now either. Yes.
Let's get back to the
I
questions.
yes, I don't wanna feel like I'm wheelchair bound. Carnivore Ron, he says, on a typical day, how many Pop Tarts do you steal from your children each a day? Excuse me, Ron. Excuse me, Ron. You and I need to have a little bit of a chat here, okay? Eye to eye, right? They steal the Pop Tarts from me. This is my paycheck that's paying for these Pop Tarts. This is my welfare that's paying for these Pop Tarts. It's not. It's got nothing to do with the kids buying anything. They're not going out to work. They barely go to school as it is, and they're eating my Pop Tarts. So they steal from me. So I end up eating the remainder, which happens to be because often they sleep later than me. So if I'm up at 1:00, 1 p.m., then I'll eat 8 of the 10 Pop Tarts and they can have what's left. Or
The
maybe
crumbs.
8.5 because the little one's little. Well, height wise, anyway.
Maybe you should tell people that you eat a little bit more because you realize that we're live, right? And maybe what if Child Protective Services hears about this?
Oh, that's a good point. Everything I say changes minute by minute, so don't worry. Don't worry, Child Protective Services. They're well looked after. They're not watching the TV. Right? They're not playing on their iPhones or watching the TV right now, and they are definitely not drinking 5 liters of cola.
How big are your kids? Oh, you said they were growing this way and not this way, right?
That's correct. Yeah. Well, the oldest one's heavier than me.
Oh,
And
wow. The 7-year-old?
Yes,
Oh,
and how how old was the other one? 5.
five, five. Like my kids, 5 and 7, almost 7,
So
1 and 2.
the
Well,
5-year-old's quickly gaining on me,
oh,
but
okay.
I'm giving him half a Pop-Tart to try and slow things down.
Oh, okay. There you go. Maybe he just needs to move more.
That's a good point. Whole grains and move more.
Whole grains and move more. So
Yes.
let's just talk and brag about my kids for a second then. They're extremely active. They swim, they rollerblade, they bicycle. And they only, my daughter, she loves a medium rare steak and she just wants to eat the fat. What do you think about that? She'll eat the medium
I
rare part
think
also.
can if they're doing well now, can you imagine how well they'd be doing if you added Pop-Tarts into their diet?
Because sometimes I add ice
If
cream and
they
I
were
regret it.
supplementing, if they were supplementing with Pop-Tarts, imagine, they'd be Olympians.
You know what? I think you're right. I'm going to have to, review my basic nutrition information and education.
Yeah, I would say get on that. It's
Get on
very
that. Okay.
important. Yes.
Yeah.
So, semi-retired Bob is interested. All these questions about Pop-Tarts. I don't know why everyone
But
wants to
I
talk
think
about
this might be a
Pop-Tarts
poo
all the
tart.
time.
This is
How many pop
I think it's a
ho
poo tart.
a Poo-Tart? How many Pop-Tarts do you charge for consulting? Oh, um,
That's a good
well,
question.
it's a very good question. And if you can, if you can box them up in a crate and ship them over to Japan, I happen to be in Japan at the moment. I can do Zoom consulting for the low cost of one crate of Pop Tarts per hour.
But that's going to be kind of expensive.
Well, do you want advice from a professional?
Yeah, this is
Or do you
true.
just want any old person? Of course, you can go and get consulting with like one of these doctors, like Dr. Chafee or Dr. Baker or Professor Barkay. But if you want the real advice, just buy me a crate of Pop Tarts and I'll give it to you.
Great. Great.
And I mean, not to let the cat out of the bag, but the not to let the cat out of the bag, but the advice would always be, you've just wasted your money sending me those Pop Tarts because those Pop Tarts are what I would have recommended you eat anyway.
I'm sorry, I'm laughing at a comment.
Okay, well, let's see what the next one is. So I hope that answered your question, semi-retired Bob, and I'm looking forward to receiving that consignment notice. So Nathan says, is Belle doing poop videos now or in the future? Oh, you've just given me a good idea for a new channel. More on that later. More on that later. There's channels and stuff for measuring feet and measuring index fingers and all this kind of stuff. Why not?
Poop consistency.
Yeah, exactly. Susie says, which meat do you find the most triggering? That's a bit of a loaded question, isn't it? So
Sausage.
I'm tending towards talking about my ex here, but I'm gonna say the most triggering for me is little lambs. I don't like it when I hear people are eating lamb because just think of those lambs jumping around and
Like
springing
Mary.
around in the fields, and
I mean, Mary
yeah,
had a little lamb.
yes. Well, Mary had a little lamb, yeah, but she didn't eat it, did she?
I don't know. I don't understand the end of the song. Let's get back to the questions.
Okay. Brooke says, your teeth look great for being a vegan, Belle, or are they Oh, I was hoping this question wouldn't come up. Well, I thank you for noticing my teeth.
I mean, they're straighter than mine.
But yes, there's a reason. They are false, and I'm not going to show you. I'm not going to show you what it looks like without them because the facial hair kind of overshadows it anyway. But yes, Unfortunately, the teeth are false, but that's nothing to do with veganism. Um, I got in a fight when I was at school and I had them all kicked out.
Sorry about that.
Yes. So Vince Scully, what is your favorite flavor of Pop-Tart? Mine is tree bark. I haven't tried the tree bark ones. That sounds quite special.
Maybe it'll taste
I
like
go in.
Christmas.
It tastes like Christmas.
Yeah, like a pine tree.
Oh, yes. That sounds amazing.
Do vegans or just you, actually, because I'm just asking you, do you guys cut down Christmas trees? I mean, real Christmas trees? Do you do Christmas?
I I do.
Oh, okay.
I do Christmas. I don't cut down Christmas trees personally because I don't know if you've noticed or not, but that's a lot of labor, and I'm someone that's not into the physicalities of work, and so yes, I have a plastic Christmas tree that I direct the children how to set up. Yes. The
Oh,
first time the first time the tree was set up upside down, but, they're learning.
like the Grinch. All
Yes.
right.
Well, anyway, to answer your question, Vince, I haven't tried the tree bark. That sounds delicious. My favorite, is the strawberry. Nice, simple strawberry. Yes. Um, and Nicole says, Pop-Tartigan, Pop-Tartigan,
I understand.
Pop-Tartigan, Pop-Tartigan,
I
Pop-Tart.
was I was thinking that you're yeah, I understand this actually. This is like a Pop Tart vegan, but I was more thinking, I'm sorry to say, and like, I hate labels, but I think you're more like a carbitarian.
Well, carbs are the essential food group.
Hmm.
Well, Pop Tarts especially, but anything with that juicy kind of taste and sugary flavor is one of the essential food groups. Otherwise, why would we be addicted to it? So think about this, right? We have evolved to be attracted to the things that are good for us, right? So why on earth would we be attracted to this stuff and not be able to stop eating it once we start if it wasn't good for us?
Hmm.
This is what nature intended. This is just the way it is.
Yeah, I don't know. I was a cigarette smoker for many years. That was addictive. Don't know if it was so good for me.
If you'd smoked it with a Pop Tart, that would have counteracted the nutrition would have counteracted any damage that had been done to any part of your body with those cigarettes. Oh, Nicole's got a question. Would you consider yourself more Pop-Tartigan rather than vegan? Yes, I would. Yes. Um, and the kids would be happy with that, but I have to be vegan because I have to be concerned about their balanced nutrition. Balance is a really important word. And, if we don't have balance, then, it can throw the kids off a little bit. So, I'm old enough, I can deal with it. But the kids, yeah, I have to, tofu, carrots, cola, it's got to be balanced.
Is that the balanced? Is that what balanced nutrition means? Cola,
Yes.
carrots, tofu?
Yes. But they tend to only consume the cola unless I shout a lot.
Oh, okay.
I have to get shouty.
I like this question.
Any advice for us? Sam says, any advice for us carnivores? Are we yes, you're beyond help. Well, you're not. You're not. Because as I've already explained, the nature has made us so that our body will get addicted to this stuff. It's important for the survival of our species. And so all is not lost. Give up the beef, give in to the Pop Tarts, and you'll be fine.
San Austin has a very good abbreviation here.
Hmm? Another question?
No, an abbreviation.
Oh,
It
let me
says,
have a look.
okay.
What time is it?
Oh, it's at 6:44.
Sorry, I should say, what time is it?
6:44.
Ah, Pop-Tart human diet.
PhD.
Nice, nice. Tell Ken Berry to stick that up his jumper. Okay, so where what Oh, okay, there we go. So let's Belle, do you go to the gym? No. I once knew a guy called Jim. The kids called him Uncle Jim, but
And it was spelled Jym? GYM? His name?
yes, well,
Oh.
us vegans, we have interesting names and being called like, John is not the kind of John or Pete or Dave is not like a vegan name, Tristan Destiny Sparkle is more like a name for us,
There you go. There you
Yes.
go.
Yes. Um okay, so here we go. Nathan wants to know if there was a meat pop if there was a meat Pop-Tart, would the Pop-Tart goodness protect you from the poisonous meat? No, it wouldn't, because the meat would be contaminating the whole Pop-Tart. There is just no meat is
But
I'm lost for words.
what if it was just like a meat flavored Pop Tart? Like just the flavor of chicken, but chemically created with tofu.
Oh, that's probably okay.
Oh, okay.
You mean
So
like tofurkey or something like that?
yeah, exactly. Or so what
Yeah.
would your favorite faux meat Pop Tart flavor be?
Um, hmm. Let's see. Hmm. Maybe fear,
Fear.
fake deer. There's not so much fat on that.
But you
So
realize
yes,
it's not the actual thing, so it doesn't matter if the thing has fat on it or not.
I still have to be cautious about my fake cholesterol.
Your cholesterol. All right, all right,
Yes.
all right.
It's a big issue for me. Especially since Tent Doctor told me to, keep it under control. Uh, so, Belle, would you ever try snails? Escargot. Um, I don't think so. No, because they're thinking. Not so much because they don't move very fast. So they can't be thinking all that much, but they are still thinking, right? You know, I wouldn't like to chase a snail. Cha- like my
Too much work.
hand coming after it. Dana, dana. I wouldn't like to do that. So no, I wouldn't have a Pop-Tart. And I just realized my voice is starting to crack for some reason. I'm forgetting that I should be in character. So sorry about that. Se- and I always know when that's a problem because I start answering the questions semi-normally. And semi-retired Bob says, "Do you prefer the Pop-Tarts with sprinkles or the plain?" I like the sprinkles. I like the sprinkles, but I was told that the sprinkly ones may not be 100% vegan, so I abstain from the sprinkles these days.
I'm staying.
Yes.
Brooke has another question.
Sorry, you said Brooke.
Yeah,
What
or
time?
B.
Yeah, what time?
Oh, I just lost it. I just
Oh,
went to
eight
sleep.
6:47.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, character. Uh, do, do you think the Beyond Meat and Impossible Burger are gateway foods to becoming a carnivore? Well, it's possible, I guess, but it it tastes pretty damn awful even to me. So I don't think it's that much of a gateway drug. But that's a good question, Brooke. Thank you very much for that.
Uh,
Um,
Bobu San. Bobu. I hope I'm saying that right.
hmm,
6:47 p.m. or
okay.
whatever time it is over there.
Okay. This one?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. I've never caught a live show. Big fan. Belle, how do you feel about commercial nut butters? No, knowing they allow a certain amount of contamination, which can include bugs and rats. That's a very interesting question. Um, my experience with nut butters is limited. And yes, no bugs or rats for me. So I think now I didn't know that, but now knowing that, I would definitely say no to nuts. I like there is no way nuts are ever going to pass my mouth. That's it. No,
Isn't your name McNutty?
McNulty,
Oh, sorry.
McNutty. That would imply that I'm crazy. That would imply that I'm crazy, and my hair's a bit crazy, but I'm totally what? No, you're not having another Pop Tart. No. All right, one. Okay.
Wait, one for who? One or two?
Two.
Two.
The young
Okay, one
one.
for two.
Yeah, he's a whinger. Okay. So what's the best way to detox from meat? Just load up on the Pop Tarts, grab yourself a few celery sticks, and you'll be fine. Just lock yourself in a room with boxes and boxes and boxes of the stuff. You'll be fine. One weekend, all be gone. You'll be totally addicted to those Pop Tarts after that weekend. I guarantee it. Yes. So Rick wants to know, if you had a garden and bugs were eating your veggies, would you exterminate the bugs or eat them? I wouldn't do either, to be honest. I think what I would be doing is not having the veggies in my garden in the first place, because that sounds like a whole lot of work. Unless I can grow Pop Tarts, which I don't think the bugs are going to touch. Unless I can grow Pop Tarts, nothing's grown in my garden. It's going to be concreted over so that I don't have to do anything, and I'll be inside eating the Pop Tarts. Thank you very much. I can get the odd carrot I need from the greengrocer, and that's it. Yes. So, Margie, I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly, Margie. What vegan YouTube channels does Belle follow? Can Belle share her favorite male and female vegan YouTube channel? Okay, so I quite like, what's her name? Freely the Banana Girl, or whatever her name is. And the other one I like is Durian Rider. He's fantastic, that Durian Rider guy. The only thing I've got a question about is, why ride durians? Surely a bicycle would be faster. I don't understand. Like, you get to work balance.
What's a durian?
It's a big fruit, big smelly fruit, right? And so he's the durian rider, right? So wouldn't it be easier to ride a bicycle? Like, surely balancing all the way to work on this spiky durian is not the most efficient way of commuting. So, but here's a good watch.
Maybe you follow the guy that said Dave Mack's an idiot.
Oh, yes. I love him. He's got the best arguments. Yeah, best argumentation I've ever heard. That's stupid. Idiot. Yeah, good. That's good argumentation. I like that, because the short, snappy responses like that are what really works for us. It really does.
So he's like
You
a
know?
mentor.
Yeah. You don't want to go into this long explanation of blah, blah, blah. At the end of it, everyone's asleep. You just go, idiot, move on. Even my hunk of spunk, Garth Davis, exactly the same. He's a doctor. He doesn't confuse you with all the doctory information. He just says, carnivore's stupid. And that's just the way it should be. Just make the argumentation simple for the lay person to understand.
Makes sense.
Yes. Well, of course, it's coming from me. It's coming from me. Yes. So, was there any other questions? Because thank you for interviewing me, Alia, but I've only got about 5 minutes left. So, was there any other questions? I,
Uh,
I was a little bit trepidatious about this interview, but actually, you've been quite kind to me. So, thank you very much.
you're so welcome. I don't have any other questions. Do you have any other questions for me?
Um, so, when was the last time you ate a Pop Tart?
1987.
19. So, don't you miss it?
No.
But I can't understand that. I can't. Okay, and so that's just crazy for me. So, how many meals do you eat a day?
One, two, or three at most, generally. That's it. But
One.
like today,
You
I
can.
ate breakfast and then I had a delicious steak for lunch, medium rare, and I am so full. And it's already 7.
That's crazy. How can you? How can you? First of all, how can you eat the meat? But second, how can you go on just one or two meals a day? That's
I'm just,
impossible for anybody.
I'm just
That's
never
it.
hungry.
Like, that's impossible for anybody. Like, I've got to
And the
have at
steak
least
was
one Pop Tart every hour or I'm in trouble. I'm hyperventilating if I don't have
maybe you should try a
ah
bite of steak and think it's fake. Fake
Pop Tart
steak.
steak.
Fake
That
steak.
sounds disgusting.
I'm so sorry.
Oh, that sounds terrible.
No, no, never, not hungry so much. And that steak was just delicious. It was just delicious. Fatty and red and perfect on the outside,
That
grilled on
sounds
a
like my ex.
grill.
That sounds like my ex.
No, I'm a carnivore, not a cannibal.
Excuse me, can you just hold on one moment while I
Yeah,
stop my camera?
yeah. Thanks, everybody. Thanks. I don't know if someone's coming back. Oh, wow. That
Okay.
was like magic.
So I just thought I'd come back and say thank you to everyone for joining. Obviously, Belle-Shine doesn't get quite the reaction of a regular video or live stream, but appreciate everyone coming in and the questions and stuff. And Alia, thank you for being such a good sport and keeping it together so well.
I can laugh now. Oh, thank you. Thank you.
I appreciate it. Um,
Yeah, I'm so hot. I had to stop from laughing, so I just started getting really red.
yeah. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, you're welcome. You did great also. I mean,
I'm
Belle-Shine.
able to hold it together a little bit better than I was before.
So much practice.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, maybe it's the saying the same kind of things over and over again or something. I don't know. Yeah, I've changed my name back to Dave Mack now, so I don't forget later and do a live stream and have it say Belle-Shine. Yeah,
So we have 2 minutes left, right? Does anyone have any real questions here?
yeah. You got any real questions? Don't worry, ducks poop every 20 minutes. Okay, maybe I came in on the end of the conversation there.
Yeah,
That
they've been
sounds just
talking
like
about.
Belle-Shine. That sounds
Yeah.
like Belle-Shine.
Oh my god.
Although I guess the duck ones are a little bit smaller than Belle-Shines.
Maybe not.
Less torrential.
Oh man. No, that steak today was delicious. I love the fact that you can go almost anywhere and buy a delicious steak.
Yeah.
Here.
It sounded good. It's difficult to be in character and hear something like that because I got to go, oh, that sounds disgusting.
Oh, I bet.
But actually thinking, oh, that sounds nice. But Brooke has sent through a question. Do you go through a detox after Belle's been in the house? I just my detox from Belle is throwing a hair over into the corner until I need it next time. That's the detox.
Someone asked
Yeah.
about goose eggs. Bobu San. Oh,
Okay. Have you ever had the opportunity to try goose? I've never tried goose eggs.
me too. Mm-mm.
Yeah. Are they good? Um, one of the ones I also want to try that they sell everywhere in Japan is quail eggs. Have you ever tried quail eggs, Alia?
Are those really little? Are they
Yeah,
like
yeah,
really
yeah,
little?
really little ones.
Yeah, they sell them here, and we boiled them. I think they're quail eggs, but they're really hard to like peel. So we
It's
skip,
kind of fiddly.
and then it's like a bite.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. But I mean, they
But
taste
it,
like
it
eggs.
tastes similar to a regular egg, a
Yeah,
chicken egg.
yeah.
Uh,
I think that they're quail eggs. I mean, they're definitely little tiny eggs that are like spotted.
hmm.
I don't know what other thing
Uh,
would be.
mini dinosaurs. um, ah, and Rick eats iguana eggs.
I'm gonna go to Miami one day, find Rick, and have him cook me an iguana feast.
Yeah, yeah, I'd like to try it one day, but yeah, I think I wouldn't like to go out and catch one and boil it up and hope that I'm doing it right. I think I'd want to be visiting with Rick to actually get it done properly.
Oh my god. What exotic animal have you eaten in Japan that we wouldn't think of eating in the Western sort of diet?
Um, Jellyfish, is that exotic?
I think so.
Jellyfish, raw chicken is chicken's not an exotic animal, but having it raw probably is.
Does it
And
taste good?
it's not as bad as I thought, but
Okay.
it had the same texture and the kind of dry flavor of canned tuna.
Oh, well, that's kind of boring.
So yeah. Um, raw horse.
Oh, wow. Is that good?
It was all right.
Oh, okay.
Nothing. I wouldn't rush to have it again.
Okay.
If it was cooked, I'd probably go, yeah, I'll have that, but I wouldn't rush to have it raw
Okay.
again.
Somebody
Um,
says whale. Oh, and what does jellyfish taste like?
what is jellyfish? Yeah, that's a good question. Chewy.
Like jelly? like
Yeah, sure.
gummy?
It's one of those things that I think people just eat it because it's there.
Yeah.
It's not like yeah.
There you
Um,
go.
so and also whale. So I have tried a little piece of whale, but I don't know what all the fuss is about whale in Japan. It doesn't taste that good. It really doesn't taste that good. Um, it's I don't know. It's hard to describe. It didn't really have much of a taste at all. Yeah, and which is why I was just went, yeah, okay, I'm done.
Seems kind of
So
yucky.
yeah,
Let's see.
yeah.
Have you eaten brain before? I was looking for that today. I was going to try it. Brain of
I've
some ruminant.
never eaten brain. Um, you can probably, I think you can get it quite easily in Japan,
Oh, okay.
like in like offal related yakiniku restaurants.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
and but I've never tried it. I would try it if it was cooked, but did I tell you there's an organ meat Korean barbecue restaurant
Yes.
a few stations from me called Guts.
Yes.
It's a cool name for a restaurant.
I'm going to come there and I'm going to eat it. I'm going to go to Japan and I'm going to eat that with you and your family.
Yeah.
Do they do it raw like sushi or do they cook it?
No, it typically is cooked, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Like you would be grilling it up. Yeah, it's like it's like at your table, you grill it to however you want it grilled and then
Oh,
eat it. So
okay.
if you want it well done to make sure there's no organ bacteria in there or whatever there might be, then you
Oh,
can do
or
that.
little creepy crawlers. Creepy
Yeah,
crawlers. Okay.
yeah.
How much
So
time do you have now?
I'm gonna have to head off now because I need to get
Oh.
ready for work and need to comb the blue hairs out of my beard. So I'm shocked that anyone noticed the facial hair on Belle-Shine. Um, I thought the gray was hiding it. Um, So, Alia, thank you so much for this, and also thank you for the suggestion of doing this. It was really good. I'm really glad we did it.
Great, awesome. Yeah, I'm glad that I survived.
And yeah, I'm glad that we were both able to hold it together for the most part too.
Yeah.
So it didn't just become people watching the two of us laughing together. So
They
yeah.
wouldn't. I don't think they would have stuck around for so long.
So
Uh, thanks, everybody. Thanks for
yeah,
showing
thank
up.
you for joining, everyone,
Thank you.
and we'll see you in the next one.
And we'll be more
Cheers.
serious next time.
Yeah. Bye.
Bye.